South Africa. Make sure that South Africa, you are counted with me. Rise South Africa. Stand and make sure that our people understand that the need to bring revolution in South Africa is guaranteed that under the EFF, this country will be the better. EFF is a co-batting.
Can say is that we are launching our manifesto as the province after National has successfully launched its manifesto in KZN. Rest assured, we are going to have a very successful program of the EFF come Saturday. We are here to make sure that our people understand the message of the EFF that speaks about the economic emancipation of our people. And that economic emancipation, it comes with different sorts of developments that we would be addressing through the leadership of the EFF on Saturday.
Greetings, the chairperson of the Northern Cape EFF. Thank you very much for honoring us with your presence and accepting our invitation despite all the things that you guys are busy with in preparation for your provincial manifesto that will be addressed by the Commander-in-Chief of the EFF and President Julius Sello Malema. We welcome you to the Northern Cape one-on-one with the leadership. So we take this as a launch because you are our first guest. So I am Kagisang Liu.
That's good.
I am Kagisang Liu. I am the anchor of this project.
Thank you very much. Greetings to your viewership.
Chairman, the EFF is hosting a provincial manifesto, and they say the ANCs will also be hosting their regional manifesto rally at the Arena Stadium. Can you tell us when is your manifesto going to be held, and when is it? And yes, please take us through that.
No, thank you very much. We as the EFF Northern Cape, based on the program developed by the national leadership of the EFF, we are hosting our provincial manifesto that would be on the 23rd of March 2024. It will be in Galeshewe Stadium here in Kimberley. And of course, what we can say is that we are launching our manifesto as the province after National has successfully launched its manifesto in KZN. And we are happy that the EFF has shown growth throughout South Africa. And when you look at the recipients of the EFF in KZN, you start to appreciate the work put behind the collective that indeed the EFF is growing in South Africa. That's what we can say. Coming home, here in the Northern Cape, we are launching our manifesto, but first we need to clarify that we are not contesting with anyone here. We are contesting with government. The ANC had its manifesto, and because of political tolerance, when they had their program, we allowed them a space, that because of respect and encourage free and fair elections. In all our meetings, in the PLC meetings, when we are with the IEC, we continue to encourage all political parties that the Northern Cape should never be like any other provinces, where we would be condemned as a province, collectively political parties, that we are unable to tolerate each other. We did that, and we are doing that out of love and respect of our people. But the ANC decided that even when they have launched their provincial manifesto, they identify the same date that we are launching our manifesto just next to us. Why? It's because of they are feeling threatened. They are feeling the heat. It never happened. They never thought that the EFF in the Northern Cape, especially Sol Plaatje, Galeshewe, we will have to be amongst the people of Sol Plaatje. and the Northern Cape. You can even follow what the chairperson of the ANC through his State of the Province address or the reply, that the man is quite sure that the EFF is an irritation. But we are not just an irritation. We are going to be the leaders of this government. We are going to be in charge here. We lead the Northern Cape provincial government as the economic freedom fighters. And rest assured, we are going to have a very successful program of the EFF come Saturday. The EFF has never failed. Why should we fail in the Northern Cape? Why should it start here that will embarrass the EFF throughout South Africa? We are going to do very good. We are going to make sure that people here, they see and appreciate the strength of the EFF. But already our detractors are threatened, they are worried, they are doing all sort of things, including removing posters of the EFF.
So rumor has it that the ANC provincial manifesto rally was full to capacity. Are you sure the EFF will get members who will fill the same stadium, because it's the same stadium that the ANC held their provincial manifesto?
We must never reduce ourselves to the ANC as the EFF. We must never allow ourselves that when we have an opportunity, we would want to speak about them because of they can't match our capacity. They can't match what we are and who we are. So we are not going to bust kids to our provincial manifesto. I happen to be critical on many things that contribute very positive to this organization, to a point where someone yesterday asked me that why are they not seeing posters of artists? And then I said to him that we are not promoting artists. We are here to make sure that our people understand the message of the EFF that speaks about the economic emancipation of our people. And that economic emancipation, it comes with different sorts of developments that we would be addressing through the leadership of the EFF National on Saturday. So I'm not going to speak about the manifesto now, but we rather speak about the good things that as the EFF we have done here in the Northern Cape politically, and which even people who never thought would grow, they now appreciate that indeed there is the EFF, including those who are leading government representing the ANC. They know that for sure the organization called the EFF is a factor in the Northern Cape. We are a factor because of our commitment. We are a factor because of we are a very youthful organization mixed with older people who their role is appreciated. Their role is appreciated because we know that as youthful as we are, there are people who will continue to guide us, and all need to be guided in the process of building. We are building this EFF because of it was founded when people needed intervention from the ANC-led government that killed them in Marikana. So today when we speak of the EFF, we know that people lost life, families got destroyed, kids who used to know that on a particular day my father will be coming home, they are now fatherless, they are motherless, there's no one to wish to see at the end of the month. So we are not playing when we say that we are building this because of its foundation was very, very touching and painful, because it was touched, it was built because of it touched the nerve of those who never thought that this EFF will be where we are today.
So I take it that you are saying the stadium was filled by kids, and how is the EFF going to make sure that the same kids does not fill the stadium, the rally of the EFF?
Once again, Fighter Karsam, we see that the regional leadership of the ANC, they are having a program countering our program, bringing artists and all of that. It is not an issue. We are not worried. We are not bringing artists here. we are bringing the leadership of the EFF that will come and guide how we should build and perfect this program of winning the election. So we're not worried. Our wish that we have raised with SAPS is that because of SAPS raised an issue that they are stretched, and we said to them that you are stretched because of you wanted to be stretched. You allowed this thing to happen. We all applied, and we applied on time. And these guys came late after us because of they believe that they must misuse the state resources and think that we were going to call them for a meeting and ask them to postpone. No, we want them to continue with their program. We want them to feel embarrassed because of we know that we are not contesting the ANC here, we are contesting the state. The state has been made to be an organization against the economic freedom fighters and all other political parties. So that is why it is important that from time to time we emphasize the political tolerance in South Africa, because we might look at this and take it very light, but it is growing, and it is growing because of it's led by fools who don't appreciate the positions they are having, because of the positions that they are occupying is positions of leadership. Leadership does not have break. You are a leader from Monday to Monday. Even when you go to bed to go and rest, you remain a leader sleeping. So that's what we preach, and we will never succumb to that. We are not afraid of these guys. We led some of them. Many of them, they have never been in the trenches. They have never led the same organization they are claiming to be leading. They were persecuted, they were identified based on friendship. That's why when now they are confronted with difficulties to contest against the EFF, they don't find joy because of we don't care about food parcels. ANC can give food parcels, they can give vouchers, they can give everything. We are not worried. We are more determined when we see them giving our people food parcels, because of it's just an expression to say that we'll continue to undermine you as the ANC, as the government of the day. Why should this government only during this time be in a position to deal with potholes? Why should they be in a position to deal with the rubbish and all of that only now because of we're going for the elections? There are more than 5,000 EPWP workers that are appointed throughout Francis Bart alone, not the Northern Cape. Imagine how many people are employed through the EPWP in the Northern Cape. And this is just temporary jobs. They are not even paid. They are not even paid because of there's no value for who they are. They are treated as such. They are volunteers of the ANC, and we encourage them because of we'll never say to anyone that needs this money that don't take it. We'll encourage them that take the money. When they say go and do door to door, go and do door to door for a political party of your choice. Because of we believe that these men, young men and women and old people to some certain extent, they are there not because of they want to be volunteers of the ANC. They are there because of they need that 10 rand at the end of the day.
Thank you, Chairperson. Going back to the 23rd of March 2024, which is next week Saturday, how did you make sure that the CIC will be addressing the registered people? Tell us about that. Let's talk about that.
Look, we are hosting the president of the EFF, accompanied by the national chair, Commissar Veronica Mente. We also have the convener of the elections in the Northern Cape, that is Commissar Rebecca Mhlala. We also have Commissar Tseko Mafanya. Those are the leadership of the EFF deployed in the Northern Cape. So we will be welcoming the CIC, President Julius Malema, the president of the Economic Freedom Fighters, will be in Kimberley, will be addressing the manifesto of the EFF. And I can assure you that this manifesto, people that are invited, they are verified people of the Northern Cape, people who have registered to vote in numbers, not just registered to vote people. We have this community of the Northern Cape that we went out through Motu Motu program. You'll know that we are guided by the Road to Victory manual. That document, it has different phases. We are now in a phase where we call it Motu Motu, and that's where we have been meeting our people in their homes, in their houses, in the streets, in different malls, shops, everywhere. We have engaged with these people. So when we engage them, we take their contact details, name and surname, contact details, ID number. Why ID number? Because of we need to verify if this person has registered. And let me tell you, even those that we found that they are not registered, we register them, because of it doesn't mean that such people cannot be registered for the next elections. We took their information and we said even after the elections we are going to work and make follow-up on those ones that are not registered. But many that are attending our manifesto are registered voters in the Northern Cape. And when we're doing our door-to-door program, meet and greet, you see that Rasmatas, Vavavom, because of this is an organization of relatively young people, and we are appreciated by the people of Solplaatje. The people of Solplaatje are saying we resonate very well with what you are saying, that we need the electricity, we need to stop load shedding, the problem of water. That is water shedding in Kimberley. Every second day there's no water. So as in when we communicate these messages, people say that, but these ones are the relevant one because of they are raising fundamental basic issues that affect our daily life. So you've seen how old people comes out to appreciate, sing with us, take a 5 minutes walk with us, encouraging us that you are doing it differently. And hence I was saying we are not motivated by wrong things, ideas, consultation, because of the manifesto of the EFF. It's what the people of South Africa have said they want to see the government implementing. The issue raised by our people is in the manifesto. The president have made it clear when we were launching the manifesto in KwaZulu-Natal that this manifesto is for the people of South Africa to go through it so that they from time to time must hold us accountable. We like it when we are held accountable as the EFF, because that is the only platform that you will mirror yourself, that are you doing very good or you are just clumsy in whatever that you are doing. So the EFF manifesto here in Kimberley is going to be the best of the best. It's going to be one of the manifesto where after Saturday, people will say this was extremely different from all political parties in the Northern Cape. Thank you very much.
Tell us why the EFF decided to host their manifesto rally specifically in the Solplaatje sub-region and not in Namakwa or Pixley.
The EFF is growing in the Northern Cape, and we don't have a no-go area. We have perfected this thing. We are doing very good throughout the Northern Cape. We know our strength, and the strength of the EFF is commitment. So it's not about Francisbart, Solplaatje, and that. We could have taken this even to Namakwa, even to Upington, that is Sianda, DR in Pixley. And why DR, maybe if I were to comment a bit on it, the DR has been very hostile to us, extremely. But now, when you look at the growth of the EFF coming from Pixley, Isakaseme region, you see people leaving the political parties that have been there to join the economic freedom fighters, including recently the councillor of the ANC left the ANC and joined this thing that people perceive it to be a useless organization. Why would you leave an organization like the ANC that is in government? They are having mayors, they are having everything, and you come and join the organization that just offers you ideology in respect of what we want to achieve as South Africans through the EFF. Because of now, we are educating society, and people are willing to associate with the EFF, because it is not the EFF that people claimed before that is a root organization of young people. That's why even when we were in KZN, people could not say anything negative about the manifesto of the EFF. So people join the EFF because they love the idea we are sponsoring for the government of the people. And I can tell you, we can host this everywhere in the Northern Cape, and it will be successful. We have proved to those who thought this thing will not grow that we are growing. So we had it in Kuruman. We had the elections of 2014, 2016, 2019, 2021, and we are growing. And our growth should make us comfortable to go to where even people thought that will not enjoy support, including Sol Plaatje, because of at some point people thought that Sol Plaatje, because of its rich history with the ANC, they will never be interested in voting for the EFF. But the growth and the support, the respect is overwhelming. The people of Francisburg in general, they appreciate and they love the EFF to a point where comfortably so we can say there's no municipality in Francisburg where we don't have the EFF. So why should we not bring it here? When people have made it their business that we want the EFF in Francisburg, we want you, and they have demonstrated that indeed they want the EFF in Francisburg by voting to a point where we have a ward councillor.
So, Chair, on the same spirit,
Yes.
you mentioned that there's a councillor who resigned from Pixley,
Yes.
and there's also a mayor who resigned in
Yes.
Pukwane,
Yes.
who is now a councillor of Ward 3.
Yes.
So, did these two gentlemen come on their own to the EFF, or they were recruited somehow?
I spoke, and I'm still saying publicly, so that the councillor of the ANC left the ANC and left the post of councillorship and joined the Economic Freedom Fighter without any expectation. And that's what makes us happy. It makes us to sleep peacefully. The same as Olebogen Timothy in Pokwan. The man loves the EFF.
Well, thank you very much, the chairperson of the Northern Cape Province, Commissar Shadrack Tlaule. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Indeed, we are launched as the one-on-one interaction with the leadership of the Northern Cape. Stay tuned for our next episode. The struggle continues.
No, thank you very much, Makafi, and Tandeka, Ariso, all of you guys. You are doing something very beautiful. I hope you are not just doing it for the sake of the elections. Continue after the elections, engage business people. There's no podcasters in the Northern Cape. So start small as you are trying. I see what Shem Laza Amalela and push into it. So get it right and perfect it, and you'll get our support as time goes on. Thank you very much.